Hey everyone, it's Dylan Stewart coming to you again on day 44 of my 100-day challenge. So you'll excuse me, I'm in front of my green screen, but I wanted to make a point by doing that, which is this. I'm the North Star man, and I'm here to really create a pathway between where you are and where you want to be. Show you how to build yourself into the person that you want to be, where you're waking up with passion and excitement and direction every day and moving every day one step closer to your goals. So one of the things I was really thinking about today was how it doesn't feel like you're making progress each day. You kind of get into a day and you're kind of doing your thing for that day, and you don't really look back and go, you know, today wouldn't have been possible without all the steps that brought me here. Why am I talking about this? Well, one of my oldest friends just left the house, and we were doing a little bit of a video here, and I realized as he left how all the pieces, all the different parts of my life have started to really come together and build on top of each other, and how crucial it is to do the small stuff, to put the pieces together, to make things happen so that you can build and build and build. In a lot of cases, people are sitting in their lives and they just don't want to take that next step. They just don't know how to move forward, and you don't realize that little step that you took. For example, buying this green screen. I bought this green screen about a year ago, and at the time I didn't really have a need for a green screen, but somebody was like, hey, you should have one, and I bought it. And now I get to use it and get to set up a bit of a studio inside my house where I can shoot videos and create courses and do all this stuff. And why? Because I took that step a year or so ago to buy this green screen, or to buy these stage lights that I bought. Each piece of the puzzle came together over the course of time. Each thing that I've done. My friend that just left, we've known each other for over 15 years. In fact, he was my business partner 15 years ago, and we've worked through all of these businesses and all of these changes in the last 15 years, and I wouldn't be who I am without the relationship I built with him, which came out of the blue. You don't really know at the time what's gonna connect to what, or how this is gonna play, or where you're gonna need that green screen, or when it's gonna be important that you did this or that. But you've gotta do it. You've gotta start to put these little tiny pieces together that seem super irrelevant. Super irrelevant. And then all of a sudden wow, oh, that fits with that, fits with this, fits with that. I'm getting ready to go to Burning Man, and I'm going with a couple of my friends, and one of my friends and I, we built a deck of playing cards a couple of years ago for Burning Man with these motivational sayings on them. We call them true wisdom cards. And you may have seen them around a bit when we go to parties or we go out to dinner or whatever. We've usually got one of these decks in our pockets, and we'll give them out to anybody that we're hanging out with. What's funny is that the fact that we just decided to build those cards a couple of years ago has built and built and built. We're building the new deck for this year, but I'm still getting compliments and comments and people telling me, you know, I used your cards for this particular event and it was so great. Everyone just loved pulling a card from the deck and getting their own motivational saying. And I think to myself, I didn't know that I had the capability of building a deck of cards before I did it. It wasn't like I woke up and said, I want to build a deck of cards and I know exactly, and I'm going to put all the pieces. I had no idea what that was going to lead to. I just followed my heart. I knew that was something that sounded like fun, and I put the pieces together, and it took us like 4 months to build the first deck. It'll take us less than a couple of weeks to build this deck. We put a lot of time and thinking into it, but the foundation was built. It took a while for me to learn how to put together the green screen and set it up, or to set up the lights. But I put that investment in. I took that time to do that. I remember my first Facebook Live, and I was so nervous in front of the camera, and I started, hi, what's my name? All right, Dylan. Okay, good, I'm Dylan. And I had to stop and start that video. And it's just everything you do in your life, you're not building everything overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Your dreams weren't created overnight. You've got to take the time. You've got to make the investment in the little small things that are going to make the big difference. But you won't see it ahead of time. So how do you decide on those little things? What are those little things? Well, you've got to start, like what we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks of these videos is, do you know where you're going? Do you have an idea of where you're pointed? What your dreams are? What you're building towards? What you want in your life? Who you want to be? How you want to show up? Do you know? Or is that something you've never really asked? You got to start by knowing where you're going. You got to get yourself a clear idea of where you're going and why you're going there and what you're going to have to do to get there. The little steps that are going to make it so that I want to have a large community of people that I'm helping on a regular basis, bringing wisdom to, helping to guide them, doing coaching with them, and showing them how to be their best selves. It doesn't happen overnight. There's a list of things that I've had to build and create and step into so that I can be at this point now. And that's where you may be. You may have built some of the pieces. Maybe you did it intentionally, maybe it just came together. But what I'm telling you in this video, what I want you to do is start to think about how that little step that you took yesterday built on the new step you get to take today. And if you're paying attention, and you have to be paying attention, that's the really big secret, is this stuff doesn't just happen. You can will it all you want. You can manifest all you want. But if you don't have some sort of a game plan, you're not going to get anywhere. That's the reality. So you did something yesterday. You build on that something today, and tomorrow you build on it again. Each piece comes together till the point where you've got a full puzzle, and it just comes, try that again. It just comes into play and links in, and suddenly you're living your dreams. I'm Dylan Stewart, and I'm almost in the middle, close to it, almost in the middle of a 100-day challenge where my goal is to challenge myself, to step up my game, to be better, to be stronger, to learn new things, to bring tools to my life and then to your life so that your life can be better and bigger. And I plan on doing that. I plan on accomplishing my 100-day challenge without a doubt, and I hope that you follow me on that path. My name is Dylan Stewart. I'm the North Star Man, and I will see you tomorrow.